everyone was like, wow, what a motor. That was the car everyone wanted. A DeLorean looked good, but it was just slow and boring. And that was just fast and powerful, and it was just a driver's car. This was the one which you had to drive it hard, and it would reward you by gripping and going faster. If you drove it like Miss Daisy, he'd laugh at you. He would just say, well, what are you doing? I'm a Quattro Turbo, flat out.
Farmer Stephen Walker is clearly a big fan of firing up the Quattro, although his hasn't fired up for quite some time now.
Anyone with half a brain was going to want a Quattro, because it was just the car. It was not a cheap car, but I think they were about £24,000 in 1983, somewhere around that sort of figure. It was a proper expensive car.
The first turbocharged car to have four-wheel drive, the Audi Quattro blazed a trail on autobahns and mountain tracks. In rally after rally, the Quattro blew away the competition. And in Michelle Mouton, Audi found an all-conquering driver who became the first woman to win a World Championship race. Road-going models didn't hang around either. 0 to 60 in 7 seconds made the Quattro supercar fast by 80s standards. And its fabled 5 cylinders had its own sweet sound. The last Quattro rolled off the Ingolstadt line in 1991. A decent example today will cost you twice as much as it did new, and one that actually raced probably have to sell your house.
I've done 1 mile in that car, driving around the farm. Nowhere on the road have I been with that car, because I never finished it.
Did you enjoy that 1 mile?
I enjoyed that 1 mile.
Is that including reversing into where it is?
That was including reversing to where it is.
Stephen was diagnosed with MS 14 years ago, which put the lid on any restoration plans. But he'd fallen out of love with Project Quattro a few years before that.
I was 21, and every Friday night doing 2 or 3 hours and then going to the pub. And all my mates were in the pub, and I was just devoted to getting this car done. It just kicked me when I was down. The clutch stuck on, and I just thought, I've had enough. It's been there 22 years. I thought, oh, it's got to be a mouse house. I thought it's got to be full of mice and rats, and it's not. It wasn't that bad, and I don't think it's that bad now, because it's been kept quite dry.
Who is going to buy that car?
Somebody probably a bit older than me. I would think somebody in the late 40s, early 50s. Then I was thinking, well, I've got my house, I've got my wife, got my kids, let's get it. And that, for me, is where I want that car to go. I want someone to finish what I started, probably go over what I did, but carry it on and finish it.
It's obviously sat there for a while. There's a few bits grown around it, there's a few bits being added around it. They're going to have a bit of a problem getting it out, aren't they?
I think it's going to be fun.
You're just going to sit and watch it?
I'm just going to sit and watch them, my seat and watch them.
Oh, blimey, there?
Yeah.
All right.
In a field, on a farm, somewhere outside York, Jack's drawn the short straw. Again.
It's always me who ends up with these jobs. Every time, Stephen.
Not easy, is it?
They rock up, they'll have a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea ready for them, and it's like, oh, I'll put it on for you, Derek. And he sits there, has his cup of tea, they get loaded up, and then I get all of these ones, you see. What sort of money's it got to do?
No reserve on it, just let it go.
Right.
Well,
I was going to say that's a good starting point, see, because if you wanted a fortune for it, it can stay where it is.
I thought it's worth 10, but your dad thinks it's probably worth 8.
What's it done?
100,000.
99. And he said 8 grand. Blimey, sounds a lot of money to me, that.
There's a lot got in the way of Farmer Stephen Walker's restoration, as well as his MS, and the farm, and the family. There's the foliage.
Can I be honest with you? Can you just pull it out and park it here and leave it? Give me a week to put all the parts back onto it. Because they're in that shed, and that shed. So if you could pull the blooming thing out and then put it here and I'll put it all on.
Right.
Just give me a week.
How many bits have we got, like? Because I don't want to keep going backwards and forwards. I'm here, aren't I? I might as well just grab the thing.
They're not easy to put on.
Stephen don't want it going, he just wants it pulling forwards 5 metres. Time out my day just to pull the car forward a few metres, I might as well grab it, aren't I? But anyhow.
So whilst Jack ponders what his dad's going to say when he arrives home, Quattroless, Stephen has a plan.
Everything, right parts for that car will be put on it before it goes.
But if somebody buys a car, are they not going to want to take it to bits first?
I won't fasten it on really tight, but I'll put them on so they know where it goes.
They might get confused between the front wing and the rear bumper, you see. They might not know which way round.
Don't need sarcasm, you cheeky swag. Let's just get the chuffing thing pulled out.
"22 years in the undergrowth, and the Audi just won't budge. The Quattro is pulling Jack's truck into its nest.
Agree with me.
On what?
You get a tractor to pull it out.
I can't see anything.
This way a bit more.
Watch truck. You'll be all right there, won't we? Oh well, at least it's out. You can crack on, get some bumpers and wings on, can't you? And then it'll help it sell a lot better, like, won't it?
After a bit of toing and froing, Jack's got the Quattro back to Thornton-le-Dale. But it took some doing. A couple of decades in the same spot, and the car had taken root. Owner Stephen had all the right bits, but in all the wrong places.
So there's 2 wings, a front bumper.
Back bumper, headlights, grille, exhaust pipe. I've got bits for this car everywhere. I will quite happily, once it's been pulled out, put all the bits back on this car, ready for you to then sell it.
True to his word, all the scattered bits of Stephen's Quattro are back on it. And amazingly, it looks like a Quattro again.
Look at that. Oh, it brings back memories. Bizarre Audi switches.
And in the Yorkshire Rally community,
They're just iconic. They really are.
the word is out.
First four-wheel drive, turbocharged, 200 horsepower car. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that for a shut. You wouldn't get that on your 40-year-old Ford, would you? That's been sat in a field for 20 years.
And the best bit, the arches. They define this car.
Yeah, box arches.
That is what defines this car. You follow one of these from behind and you know what you're following.
And it should say, yeah, Quattro in the wires, look. So the heated rear window wires spell Quattro.
So
on a frosty morning, the first thing you see is Quattro.
My father bought one, and after a year or two, he decided he wanted an MR2. So I immediately went out, bought an MR2 and swapped him for his Audi Quattro, which was a bargain. I hope my dad never sees this. He'll be gutted.
I think there will possibly be 1 or 2, fingers crossed, 3 or 4, hopefully even more, interested parties. They'll probably all set their limits around the 10K mark, and then, as per usual, there'll be a little bit of a bun fight at the end as to who's going to come out tops. Because if you've got 4 people that want to give 10, one's going to go to 10, one's going to go maybe 10-1, other one's going to think, I'm not going to miss it for 400 quid, and the first one's going to think, I'm not going to be outdone, am I? So I think there might be a little bit of a bun fight around 10 is my prediction. And at the end of the day, it's an Audi Quattro, isn't it? Audi Quattro. I mean, you've only got to say it, haven't you? Audi Quattro. So, consequently, yeah, I'm not surprised there's some interest in it. So there should be.
30 provisional. 636, 83 Audi Quattro, the right-hand drive Quattro. There we are, caused a fair bit of interest this week. Whereabouts are we then? We're 10, 5, 11, 5.
Gone straight up to 12,100, 12,300, 12,500, 12,600, 12,000, £13,000 it's at the minute.
15 now.
15,250 and sold and gone. 15 and a quarter. 750.
16.
Any of you thinking about bidding, don't hang on any longer. 16, 'cause I'm going to bring the hammer down in a minute. 16, you'll lose it. 16 and a quarter.
You're going to go 16.5.
16,250. 16,5. 16,750. All done.
You're going to go 17.
750 and away and gone then. 17. 17,250, 17 and a half.
You're out of that, are you?
For the first 18,
Yeah,
18 back
right, I've got you back in at 18.
18,250, that all right, Will? 18,5, absolutely. 18,5, 18,500. 18,500, go in then, 18,5. Fair warning, going to be sold 18,5.
Vorsprung Dirsch and a load of cash.
I'm Derek. You probably gathered that, haven't you? Nice to meet you. Right, should we have a quick look?
Yes.
Libby Cook has stored her 1985 Renault 4 at her parents' for quite a few years. Now they're both gone, the house is on the market, and it's time for a clear out.
And how long have you had it?
Got it in 91, and then it's been off-road since about 2005, maybe a bit later.
Yeah. Well, personally, I think it's worth selling.
Oh, thank you.
But only just. It won't make a lot.
No.
But
lovely, thank you.
if the interior had been shot, then I think more or less forget it, really, because you tend to repair and restore a car of this type around a nice interior, really. It still sits OK, doesn't it? It's got the makings. Yeah, quite a fairly wanted car, really. So is there anything else, any bits and pieces about, anything like that? I mean, we always have a look while we're here. Anything of any interest other than the can?
On the shelves of a dusty garage, Hawkeye Derek never misses a trick.
What's the bottles? I can only imagine it's pop with that sort of top. Oh, yeah, what we got? Oh, poison. Oh, my words, yeah. Oh, heavens. And is the MGB here?
No, it's up the village.
It wouldn't take many minutes, would it?
No.
Do that.
Other end of the
Yeah,
village.
yeah, that's it, yeah. Right here.
Just down the road, Derek's on his way to see Libby's late husband's once pride and joy, an MGB Roadster.
It's rough. In fact, the wheels actually dropped into the ground. It's well on its way to being no more. Do you have a logbook, Libby?
I have somewhere, yes.
Yeah, paper one.
Paper one, yes.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
To the untrained eye, this pile of rusty metal is just scrap.
Right.
But with the paperwork and matching chassis and engine numbers, Derek can see the potential for a resurrection.
If it's got its correct ID, then the identity of that car can be transferred onto a new shell. If you're going to re-shell an MGB, then the one to re-shell, obviously, is the Roadster, not the GT. How long has it been off the road, do you think?
About 40 years.
40? Has it?
Well, no, more than 30. You have to get it out, though.
Yeah.
It'll collapse when you...
Oh, it probably might, yeah. Well, it's better than scrapping it, isn't it?
Yeah, much better.
It's actually a good year, 68. It's a popular year.
Your son said, bit of tea cut.
Yeah. OK, see you later.
Bye.
Ta-da. Well, it'll generate a bit of profit, but it will certainly cause some interest as a donor vehicle. I could see it achieving 600 quid, something on that sort of line. I could see the Renault 4 doing 600 or 700 quid. If they made sort of 1,200 quid, it's better than scrapping it.
That's actually quite solid, isn't it?
And with the key Mathewson muscle missing, Paul's enlisted Jack and Mick to get the Renault 4 off without a hitch.
Someone will salvage that, won't they? When you see it, you can't see them, do you?
It's straight, but straight as a walk.
Straight as a Renault 4.
It's not as bad as the first initially looks on the trailer. It's got the makings of a good car, but I can't get excited about these old Renaults.
One down, one to go.
It's a bit of weekend work, this one, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how many weekends?
For the rest of your life.
The MGB Roadster hasn't seen the light of day for 36 years and might need some gentle persuasion.
Hang on. Hey! That'll do, Mick. Forklift will be back later. Oh. Renault 4. They were a brilliant little car in the day, weren't they? In all fairness, fantastic little car. I think it would be fair to say rust and rot was its biggest enemy, was it not? But, you know, that aside, this one seems to have survived reasonably well, doesn't it? Let's be honest. 100,000 miles. Simple, weren't they? I mean, they're only one step up from a 2CV, weren't they, really? I don't suppose it's ever going to be a stunner, is it? But it's got the makings of a real good old car, that. Somebody ought to be salvaging that. Most definitely. MGB.
Everything can be brought back to life, but...
Why would you? I think is the question, isn't it? Let's be honest. You know, MGB Roadster, good news, aren't they? You know, we all love MGBs. They're a brilliant car. But that particular one there, you've got to reshell it, haven't you? Unless you're mad, because it would be cheaper to buy an MGB Roadster shell and transfer all the bits and pieces off of this one. It's a donor car, isn't it? A madman might restore it, but what's the point? You can just pick the phone up and have a nice shell delivered this time next week, can't you? No problem.
There's been a nice, happy little family.
There's been a little family in there, yeah. Happy days.
Grand Tourer. The 1985, the Renault 4. Where are we going to be on that? £200 we've got.
£250.
£300 at the back, Charlie.
Oh, £300 with us. 320, it's gone straight up to.
320,
360 now, next bid's 40.
425, right, well, okay, 440 at £440.
You're a bid five.
£440 bid. 500 says David. Next one's 525.
All right.
500 says David. It's your bid at the moment, Dave. Have we got to submit that? Your bid, David, at £500, 525, 550. 550, 75 says David again.
Not
Your
to
bid
worry.
at 575 provisional. Fair warning, 575.
Oh, we're full of hot air up here.
The jaunty Renault 4 is on its way to London. Next under the hammer is its barnmate from the other side of the channel.
1967 MGB. Now we know she wants a little bit of weekend work, but that shouldn't put you off at all. Whereabouts then? 1,000 we're off, £1,000, 1,000, 1,100, £1,100. We all know what's going to be done with that. £1,100 are we done? It's going to be reshelled. All done then, 1,100, 1,100.
In the classic car world, there are two words which always set hearts racing: barn find. And Jackie Nettleton's hidden gem could be a real contender. While Jackie pursued a passion of the equine variety, her late husband Jonathan preferred a bit more horsepower.
This car has been in the shed for nearly 30 years. Put it in here in 1994, I believe, and has been in here ever since.
It begs the question, how do you think Dave's going to get it out?
I don't know. Does he have a winch or something on the lorry?
Or something.
Or something. Hopefully he'll be able to just pull it out. So this is Jonathan's Opel Manta GTE, which he bought from new. It's an A-Reg, so I think that's 1983. We met in 92, and he certainly had it when we first met. He loved this car, and I think that's why he put it in here. He couldn't bear to part with it, and he always talked about doing it up and getting it back on the road, but never did, sadly. And as you can see, inside, it's absolutely pristine compared to the outside. All his tapes.
Elkie
Brooks, Rod Stewart, Bob Dylan, greatest love songs, a ski map of Sol. It's just Sir Jonathan, and there's his sunglasses there, and sad. It's been about a year and a half since Jonathan died, and kind of need to slowly start sorting through stuff. I sent the pictures on an email to Dave, never for 1 minute thinking that it would be of any interest. To me, it just looks like an old car that's covered in bird poo and rubbish, and why would anyone want to pay money for this? I find it extraordinary. But, you know, I hope that whoever gets it enjoys it and loves it as much as Jonathan did, because he really loved this car.
Named after an elegant and sleek fish, the Manta was based on Opel's trusty Ascona saloon. That meant it was going to be reliable, well put together, and finding reverse gear was going to confuse your mates. Built in Bochum, the Manta A really had something of the Italian about it, with a classic Turinese-inspired rear end. But things really took off with the Manta B, winning many a rally in the hands of Jimmy McManta. And after that came the Manta C, sometimes known as the B2. Over a pint of tartan, the debate raged. Manta or Capri? The sales figures point clearly in one direction. But if engine size wasn't your thing, the Manta may well have been the discerning driver's choice. Its tagline, the thinking man's Capri.
There is a bit of a Mathewsons saying, and that is, it might need a bit of weekend work.
I think it'll need a few weekends, yes, absolutely. I was really relieved, actually, when Dave said, don't clean it, don't do anything with it, because I thought, oh, my God, if I've got to start cleaning this, it's going to take forever. But he said, no, just leave it as it is. That's how I want it, so...
And does that surprise you?
It does, yeah. I thought we'd have to wash it off and clean it, and happy days.
So the fact that this will be on show at Mathewsons...
Like this?
Yeah.
No way, will it? Honestly? No idea. No idea. They'll show it like this? Good Lord. I find that incredible. Oh dear, honestly.
Yeah, likewise, Jackie, likewise. Do you know when you wish you'd brought a Land Rover and trailer?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought, if it's stuck in that barn and it wants dragging out with a winch,
you
then
might
I need a lorry.
Right.
And that truck and grass don't really get on very well.
I'm very friendly with the farmer next door, so he'll come and pull you out.
Stashed behind the shed door is a rare 1984 Manta GTE, which was once the prized possession of Jackie's late husband, Jonathan.
I can't believe the state of this shed either. I mean, all this stuff.
I'd tell you what, Jack, a match would clear it up, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a sneaky feeling that everything was going to be flat and seized. And...
Yeah.
The Manta hasn't seen the light of day in 30 years.
I've got a shovel.
But with a bit of neighbourly help, it's finally broken out.
Have you done a health and safety assessment on here, John?
Yeah, don't fall over.
That's one of the main areas that they rot out.
Oh, I see.
Down there, as well as everywhere else. But that's the first question you get asked is, what the swan necks like? Yeah. Which, it's dry, so they should be OK. Two things they're going to ask me, swan necks and engine, is the engine, well, three, structurally underneath, swan necks, which come part and parcel with it, and is the engine free? You haven't got the original battery on there, Jackie, I would suggest.
Really?
Yeah. The way Opel and Vauxhall have gone, they haven't caught Ford up with prices, but they're getting there. It's worth doing, and it will, it will. Right, well, we'll attempt to get the lorry over somewhere near, and if it all goes wrong, we'll just tow the lorry out again.
Yeah.
With?
Either your car or Jackie's neighbour's VW.
2 horses in the...
Yeah, I've got 2 horses over there.
Oh, you've not got stuck, then?
No, not yet.
When you were at school, Dave, did you say, I want to grovel about on the floor in garages?
I'm pleased there's stinging nettles there, though. Makes life a lot more exciting if there's a stinging nettle.
Dave, the truck seems to be moving.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
The Bangers and Cash fan club have arrived.
Jackie, have you brought the entire village out to have a look?
Provided we can get out the field in front of the crowd.
Yeah, because you don't want to make a spectacle of
No,
yourself,
the last thing we're doing. So far, so good.
You do realise all the village that's gathered are going to hold up scorecards if you make it out.
Yeah. Everyone will have an opinion.
You got out of the field anyway, then.
Yeah, I know, I'm on sort of terra firma now. I just wanted to get out before the cheerleaders started down there, yeah. Oh, brilliant. I'll just put the word out with those that show the interest that that's where we need to be, around there.
Where's around there, Dave, do you reckon?
10K, John.
I said before, I can't believe anyone would want to buy it, so there you go.
I know.
Right, we're off. Right, we're off. I'm sad, there's been a lump in my throat a couple of times today, but I'm pleased that, you know, it's going to go hopefully to someone who really appreciates it.
Where are you going to find a one-owner 46,000-mile Manta GTE? You tell me. Yeah, not the sort of thing that comes up every weekend, is it? Yeah, fab, isn't it?
It's clear that Dave has donned his dust-tinted spectacles.
Well, the first, obviously, 3 things that make it quite special. Jonathan bought it new, 46,000 miles, and it's a coupe, which is the one you want. So 4 things then: one owner, low mileage, coupe, and a GTE. So it's like bang, 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 bang. That's it. Inside, apart from a little bit on the driver's seat, a little bit of wear on the bolster there, other than that, inside, bang on. It'll clean up lovely, even down to the original radio and things like that. We've got the service book, we've got the handbooks, we've got everything for it. So we've got original wheels, original interior, no holes cut in any of the trim or anything like that, which you sometimes get. And I know that looks bad. I know it looks bad. But in actual fact, it's very good because it's as it should be. It's all there. Even down to little notes. Like this one's covering up when you steam clean it off. Look, Goodyear Eagle tyres, August 91 at 31,000 miles. So I know it wants some work, it does, but it wants doing real carefully. It wants keeping as original as we can, obviously. The Vauxhall Opel market is coming on leaps and bounds. It's up there catching the Ford market. They are a better car than the Ford equivalent, if the truth be known. But we've discussed this at length, haven't we, numerous times, and Ford just spent millions on PR, didn't they? That was a real sought-after car, yeah. Back in the day, I can remember as a kid, our salesman used to run Manta GTEs and Berlinettas. Yeah, they were a really good car. They still are a good car. It would do really well, you know, for what it is. When everyone starts ringing up next week, when it hits the internet, and they're going to say where we're going to be with it, what we're going to do, ballpark figure, I think 10K, and I think it will. So, no, it's a real interesting find.
In the East Riding of Yorkshire, a VW Golf has spent 2 decades blending into the lush green landscape.
Who the hell put that car there?
I don't know. Robert.
What a piece of crap. Is it still the same as it used to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not altered.
The Golf's owner, Robert, is at work today, but his mum Kay and best mate Stephen are on hand to give Dave whatever help he needs.
It's a Mark 1 Golf, right? It's not a GTI. It's the next best thing. It's a driver. This is what people wanted when you couldn't afford insurance. This looks like a GTI, and it's not a GTI, but you can drive it like it was a GTI.
Oh, it's my son, my younger son, Robert, and he drove it for so long, but he put it away because it got to work and he didn't have time on things, and then he met Sally, of course, and then married, children. So it's just sat here all this time, and he's got very patient parents. We've been asking him to move it all these years. So finally it's going.
Modern cars have overtaken this stuff, but this is what you want to drive it because it's just got the look. Boom. It was a driver's car. And you look at the age of this car, you think it's like 40, 83. It's 90. It's an old car and it still holds its age well.
For a while, this car was the apple of Robert's eye, but times change, and then some.
Oh yes, he was full of himself, thought he was cool. I don't suppose they use that word nowadays, you know, but he thought he was the bee's knees with it. You know, and that's why he's kept it, I think, all these years. He didn't want to lose his youth. Now he's wanting something else. He's wanting a patio, I think. He moves on. Hope nothing jumps out.
No, nothing will jump out.
It's a bit smelly. It's quite good condition, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad, does it?
No. Surprising how clean it does look. Yeah, you think after all these years, it's been there 20 years and never opened, never touched.
I mean, I'm a car mechanic, right? And I can't see anything on that car which makes me cry. It's not like it's a project which should take you 10 years to do it. You could do it at home. Yeah, I am a bit sad, but if somebody else does it and finishes it, then I'm not. I'm happy. Money doesn't come into it.
finding the right person who wants one of these, yeah, they're going to queue up because it's such a nice car.
Over near sunny York, Dave's arrived for what promises to be a mammoth challenge.
Morning, David. You okay, mate?
I am, are you?
Yeah, good lad.
I'll check your hand, but I can't be asked.
No, I can't be asked to check yours either. Yeah.
Well, I'm not being rude, Dave.
This isn't the first rodeo involving Stephen, the Mathewsons, and a German automobile engulfed by vegetation.
That's its home.
There's a lot got in the way of Farmer Stephen Walker's restoration, as well as his MS, and the farm, and the family. There's the foliage.
Can I be honest with you? The clutch stuck on, and I just thought, I've had enough. Been there 22 years.
I can't see anything.
Just wait a bit more. You know who I'm going to blame. Your dad.
Yeah, it's dirty, isn't it? Yeah.
History's repeating itself for Jack's dad, Dave, who now has a well-rooted Golf to extract from its 20-year resting place.
Are you having a bad day, mate?
No, it's like this all the time now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Morning. Lovely day. Nice to see you, Kate. David, you all right?
Is it a bit tight?
It is going to be a bit, isn't it? But we'll be all right. I'm just trying to work out the best way. Yeah. Did you park it there, Kay?
Well, it was before all this greenery was
Yeah.
brought.
Yeah. We'll be all right. We'll have a bit of a jug round. We might have to. We might have to take a little bit of that off, Kay. Just a little bit. If we can get it back a bit, then.
Take the car back and then pull it through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might come through there.
I can see why Robert left this to you then, Stephen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sat here on my arse getting wet, but it's all right, don't worry about it. I hope somebody just does this chuffing car through all this effort. I tell you.
The joys, eh? Me and my big mouth, eh? Yeah, I'll do that one. Send it down to him. Things you do, eh? Things you do.
Jeez.
When's the last time it had a bit of sunlight, Kay?
Oh, years ago. I've just rung up our Robert as well, and he said, "Oh, is my car going?" You know, so he's quite upset that it's going eventually. So I didn't want it to go, so he'll be in tears later on. Even I am. And it's a car.
Sorted.
The wheels are turning, the brakes aren't.
So good that been doing it, pulling car.
Yeah.
Where's that saw you had, Chief? Can I just borrow that saw for a minute? If I can get it out so far, it'll come. Should have brought a chainsaw. Oh, up there. Right.
Can't believe how easy it's coming out. You're making it look like you really know what you're doing.
Yeah, don't ring me next time, Steve. I'll ring you, all right? That'll do, we're on. That'll do.
He's a bit saggy, if I'm honest. Yeah. But what's the point? It's just going to rot away if it stays there any longer.
Good. It's all right. Yeah, it'll be an interesting job. It's certainly a project for someone. Yeah, we'll get it back and dry it out. I'm not going to clean it, and then we'll see what's what.
I think it's quite upsetting, really, to see it go. You know, after all this time, you know, it's part of the family. It will seem strange that there's that hole in the garden now. But it's for the best.
What's this money, Dave?
£3 grand.
I think 3.5. That's my money.
Sold. Sold to the man with the hat on. Where do you want it dropping off, Steve?
No.
I'll press on.
Yeah,
OK.
It's probably cursing us because of all the, the tune they've had.
Thanks, then. See you later. Be careful.
The Golf drivers arrived back at HQ. It doesn't look any more spick and span in the showroom, but it's a real memory jogger for Paul.
Yeah. Oh, it does want a bit of love. But somebody will do it, I'm sure, because it's an early Golf. And they're great, aren't they? You want the GTI, really, don't you? But next best thing was a driver, wasn't it? Oh, it's a bit pongy, innit? But, you know, I'm knocking it because it's green and it's dirty and it's rusty and whatnot, but in actual fact, it's kept very well, isn't it? Other than the front bit, bonnet. And, yeah, look at that. I don't think it's been run for some time. Water's got on the front and just rotted the bonnet clean off, look. Front edge of the bonnet's gone. But look beyond, inner wings and things down there. Look, battery tray's going to end up with a bit of drama in there, I'm sure. Chassis rails, bits and pieces. Very good, look. I've seen a lot worse than that running. We get worse than that driven in. Yeah, good little project. And let's be honest, if you steam cleaned that, you would arrive home with a completely different looking car, wouldn't you? It'd be quite a pleasurable thing to actually steam clean it and find a white Golf instead of a green Golf, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, it's still a nice early Golf, and somebody, I hope, will purchase it and recommission it, restore it, call it what you like, and have a load of fun in the old car.
So to buy this, what's it going to cost me?
A couple of grandish. And then you're going to spend a couple of grandish every week for a few weeks. And then you're going to end up with a real good user-friendly modern classic, aren't you? If you are fortunate enough to have a socket set and able to do things at home yourself, then you're in for a fair chance, aren't you? The trouble is, you see, over here, we are losing the ability to repair cars, aren't we? They used to learn by watching their dad, didn't they? And we're losing that generation, aren't we? So the ratio of people that can actually physically do it is getting smaller and smaller. Bam, innit?
So for £2 I could get this, could I?
I would have thought so. I don't think it's going to do any more, is it?
It's the project one, isn't it? The Mark 1. It's coming up now.
I'm convinced this car would have been worthy of a wash and a clean. I know lots of potential purchasers want to buy them as they sit there now, dirty, but where do you stop? Some can't see beyond the dirt. Charlie's on the job. He's a boy.
Right, well, here we go then. You're watching online.
The VW Golf driver extracted the car from a barn down in York, and it has kept remarkably well. Without further ado, at £1,000 then, £1,100 in Nottingham, £1,100, £1,200 says Charlie at the back there at £1,200.
Obviously it's provisional, like, but you probably will have to increase a bit.
Then. Charlie, it's your bid, it's very provisional, we'll have to speak with the family and see what they want to do, but we'll try our very best to put a deal together. You're at £1,200 and we've done £1,300, 13, 14, back in again at 1,400. We do genuinely think it was make a
He's got 15, would you like 16?
At £1,500.
Yeah,
1,500. 16 says Charlie's bid at the back on the phone. 17 down 17. In Lincoln.
Would you like 18?
There you go, 17. Hey, I might actually be getting the hang of this bloody job, mightn't I?
18 at
right,
the
your score is 18.
At 1,800 then. I'll put it down provisionally to you then, Charlie, at 1,800.
Still provisional.
Are we all done then?
To be honest, that's its money, innit? You know, a couple of grand on a good day, 1,800 quid. Near enough, innit?
There you are, Stephen. You've provisionally bought yourself a Golf.
£1,800 to Charlie's telephone. There you go.
OK, thank you. He did say at the start it's not going to be a daily driver. Well, he's got a bit of work to do first, hasn't he? But if he gets it ready for show season, it might go to a few shows, mightn't it?